to work.
Well, no sound effects. The tablet died. I'm trying to get the fire tablets to boot up. So, broadcasting live from stinking 53-degree cold ass downtown Cleveland, it's station WDWL TV, home of not one but 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and this guy, Oscar. I'm trying to get the... I put the tablet on charge last night, and it's dead as fuck. Oh, man. I knew it was going. I knew it. I don't know why it didn't... Well, I know what happened. I ran the damn thing down to like 5%, and I should know better than to do that. And for some reason, evidently, it killed the battery. And I'm trying to get these fire tablets to... Unfortunately, I don't have any music on either one. Man, I forgot all about that one. Holy shit! I didn't think that one was ever gonna stop. God damn. And of course, it's been so long since I used either one of these fire tablets. Holy shit. I think I blew the son of a bitch up. Oh, god damn. Okay, we're not doing too good here. Come on. This goddamn thing don't want to... What? Problem is I haven't used them in so long. I got 2 of them. So, how's things on your end? Goddamn cold-ass day. If anybody would understand, Cleveland, it's you. Yesterday, 88 degrees. Today, 53 degrees. Cold, rainy. Oh, Jesus Christ. This goddamn city enough to drive you insane. I thought I had more sound effects on this one. I don't know why they're... birds chirping? Still? Really? Ah, damn. You know, they say there's nothing worse than to get a spring cold because it's harder to shake than if you get a winter cold, and I don't understand because a cold is a cold. I'm sorry to hear that. Then my buddy he calls me a couple of times a week. Yesterday around lunchtime, his wife lost the keys for their car. They got she has it's a 2023 Lincoln Aviator. And she lost the goddamn keys somewhere in the building where I don't know what she was doing, whether it was some women's club or she goes to a couple of luncheons every, couple times a week. So she loses the keys. So they have to tow the car to the dealer. They were able to get it unlocked. And they have to get, everything is computer. So they had to hook up some kind of scanner to find out what code her key was, because Lincoln has like 50 different codes. So they finally come up with what the code is. They get the key programmed. It's working fine. Now, she had a spare at home. You'd think she would tell her husband, hey, bring me the spare. No. She loses the key. She calls the dealer. They towed the car in. So, all right, now, she has a brand new key. Working fine. $400 for the key. I almost fell out of my chair. $400. Because the key fob basically is a miniature computer. And they had to program the key fob to match the car, like they'll have to do with my Passat, but it's not that hard with the Passat. This was a nightmare because it took them like 40 minutes to get the code out of the car computer as to what code to program into the new remote. Then they programmed the remote. $400. I told her, I said, chain that key around your neck from now on. But see, cars don't have keys. All they have is a fucking remote. But $400. Now, had she called her husband, he could have brought her the spare, but like she said, what if I lose the spare? So she had to buy one anyway. She had no idea how much it was going to be. It was like $428.13 for a fucking key fob. I for sure, as soon as possible, as a matter of fact, the day I get the title in my hand and I get a temporary tag, I am immediately going to go to Lakewood, to Cuyahoga Lock, and get that key fob that I've got programmed and get the key cut so that I have a spare. Because right now, if I was to lose mine, I'm screwed. Because the car only came with one key. There's supposed to be 2 key fobs and a valet key. All I got was 1 key fob. That was it. When they went through the house, they couldn't find any other keys for this car. And I'll tell you what, I'm as nervous as hell when I go anywhere, because if I lose that goddamn key, I'm screwed. But $400 for a key fob. Now, I got mine off the internet. Every now and then you'll see an advertisement for key fobs. $37. Unfortunately, it's going to cost me $125 to have the key cut and have the key fob programmed. It's ridiculous with these new vehicles. Absolutely ridiculous. And I would tend to think it's like that across the board, because 99% of the cars today just have a key fob. Chrysler has got this stupid thing. The key fob plugs into the steering column. No key. The key fob has a little notch on it, and it plugs into the steering column. Even more of an excuse not to own anything newer than what I've got now. $428 for a key fob. And like the parts guy said, when you come down to it, these goddamn key fobs, they're made in China. He goes, Ford is probably paying like $3 for this key fob. But it's all computer bullshit. that's like the bullshit that I had Friday with the Passat when it went into immobilizer mode. We played hell getting that car out of immobilizer mode without the key fob because my key fob don't work anymore. It worked when I first got the car because I put a new battery in it and it was working fine. And then all of a sudden something shorted out inside of it because now if you put a battery in it, it kills the battery within a couple hours. Another reason I want to get this stupid thing done. Because once I get this one programmed, I'm going to ask the guy at the key shop if I order another key fob, can we prog that one also so that I have two? I don't see why not, but my key fob is dead. Because that's the first thing Ryan did. He was pushing on the buttons, and I said, it don't work. I said, I have new batteries in the car. We'll swap them out right now. Put the new batteries in, popped it back together, push the button, nothing. I said something shorted out in it. It worked for about a month and a half. And I have no idea why it quit. But it immediately kills the stupid batteries. Man, these fire tablets, they just don't want to do shit. I guess maybe I should use them more often. Come on. This one has got some of my sound effects on it, but let's try it again.
Wow!
Well, it somewhat works. The major problem is I have no music. I kept saying I was going to get the music off the tablet. Tablet's dead. I don't know what I'm going to do for music now. I've never run it down to 5%. That's what happened yesterday. The battery went to 5%. I immediately plugged it in to charge, and evidently, instead of charging, the battery just took a shit. The problem is, all my music is in there. Yeah, well, the last week and a half, 2 weeks, it's been acting up a lot. But I don't know why I would think plugged into the charger, it should turn on and do something, but it's completely kaput. Completely dead. And now I'm screwed because all my music is in there. My intro shit. Oh, man. And these fire tablets are worthless. Oh, come on. Well, there's some other sound effects in this one. See, part of the problem is you have to use them. They're lagging something fierce. Evidently, they need updates. Well, I would tend to think they need updates. I haven't turned them on in about a frickin' year. Although, I'll tell you what, I haven't turned these suckers on really in about a year. One is at 71% battery. The other one is at 72%. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I don't remember downloading this bunch of sound effects. There's not many here. Well, in the news today, thank you. It's happened again. Yesterday in Los Angeles, an idiot forgot to look in his back seat and the outcome was a 4-year-old that literally got roasted in a car, taking now a dirt nap. The news article was kind of sketchy. All it said was the parent, not parent father, parent mother. Get this. You leave the house with your 4-year-old, not 4-month-old, 4-year-old. And you forget the 4-year-old is in the back seat. And then after work, when you come out and discover your 4-year-old is in the car unresponsive, you make the statement to law enforcement, I thought I dropped him off at daycare. What? You thought? You've been doing this for how long? This isn't the first time you dropped the kid at daycare. That was the statement made to law enforcement. I thought I dropped him to daycare. It's obvious you didn't. How on earth could you put your 4-year-old in the car and forget that it's back there? And then you come out after an 8-hour workday and tell the police, I thought I dropped him at daycare. That had to be the stupidest statement I have ever heard a parent make. We're not talking a 4-month-old. We're talking a 4-year-old. They are not little itty-bitty things. 4-year-olds are pretty good size. How can you miss something in the back seat the size of a 4-year-old child? But it happened in Los Angeles. The interesting thing, neither parent has been arrested yet. What? You come out and you find your 4-year-old taking a dirt nap in the back seat, and the police don't make an arrest? That's what the article said. As of printing, no arrests have been made, under investigation. What's there to investigate? Before you left the house, you put your 4-year-old in the back seat. Then you drove to work and forgot your 4-year-old was in the back seat, which you thought you dropped at daycare. How fucking dumb are these people? Are they zombies? How could you make a statement like that to the police? I thought I dropped him at daycare. When you stop at the daycare, you have to take the child out of the car, walk them in, and check them in at daycare, and then go to work. The kid doesn't just become a puff of smoke and drop into the daycare and poof, we're a 4-year-old again. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there'll be any follow-up on that news article, but I am shocked that neither parent or whichever dumbass left the kid in the car didn't get arrested on the scene. It says, under investigation. And another thing, unless this kid was wrapped up like a burrito You would think that possibly he could have opened the door, unlocked the door somehow. Kids play with buttons all the time. You would think, oh, maybe let me pull this handle, set the alarm off. Maybe that's why it's still under investigation. Oh yeah, you read them goddamn stories all the time. And then I was only in the casino like 10 minutes. We got you on camera in the casino. You've been there 8 hours. Yeah. Oh, those stories, constant. You see them, the casino stories. I don't understand. That's probably why it's under investigation. I don't understand how, first of all, you can forget the kids back there. And second of all, if perchance this was a normal 4-year-old, why the kid didn't like pull on door handles, beat on windows, notice that the parent isn't in the car. I know how my kid was at 4 years old. I literally had to disconnect the lock buttons on the back seat because he would play with them all the time. Lock, unlock, lock, unlock, lock, unlock. And then to make the dumb ass statement, I thought I dropped the kid at daycare. Look in the back seat. It's obvious you didn't. A 4-year-old. A 4-year-old is a pretty good sized kid. A 4-year-old is in like a booster seat, not in a normal baby seat. How did you not look in the back seat? Unless you had him under a tarp. Well, maybe he opened the tailgate, put the kid and put a tarp over the top. The photographs of the vehicle were at a distance. And it was an SUV because the tailgate was up and the two right doors were open. But it was from a distance. Evidently, the police wouldn't let. And a passerby noticed the kid in the back seat. And evidently was beating on the window. All they said was a passerby alerted law enforcement. And then law enforcement got the car open somehow. A 4-year-old. We're talking a child that basically can form short sentences. At 4 years old, they should be able to at least count to 10. But it happened again. And I guarantee it won't be the last one that I read this year. Sad. Extremely sad. How somebody can be that goddamn stupid.
Gross. You failed, you big dummy.
Well, we got one tablet kind of half-assed working here. So, I'll tell you what. I went up to Save-A-Lot because they had a couple of things on sale that I wanted to get. So, I picked up the items I needed, and I decided to kind of wander around because sometimes I forget to put things on a list, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I need kumquats. So, I'm coming up the aisle because I'm getting ready to go check out. In the middle of the aisle, were two women with shopping carts and about 9 kids. Get the picture so far? The 2 women and the 9 kids look like they just got off a plane from the Masai Mara. And the kids are hanging on either side of the shopping cart. And they're in the middle of the fucking aisle. And I am trying to get up the aisle, and you think anybody would fucking move while they were chattering in Zimbabwe language? Finally, I had enough. And I said, move the goddamn cart! And it was amazing. Everybody got the fuck out of my way. Talk about ignorant. They saw me trying to get through. Swahili going back and forth. But it was amazing. They understood what I said. Talk about... Ugh. I was looking out in the parking lot to see if there was a goddamn jet out there deplaning people from Zimbabwe. They looked like they just got off the Masai Mara. All they needed was big, long spears. Right in the middle of the aisle. 2 women, 9 kids. Having some kind of powwow. And I'm standing there, and I'm standing there, and I'm standing there, and they see me. And they see I can't get on either side of them because they're all blocking the goddamn aisle. So at the top of my lungs, and everyone in the store heard me, because 2 employees immediately came from the back, and the manager and 3 employees came from the front. And everybody kind of converged. And then the manager goes, "Something wrong?" "No, I'm having a wonderful shopping day, thank you." "You want to maybe see if you got a lion in the back room that can run out here and grab a couple of them in the ass?" Oh, God, talk about utter ignorance. Kids hanging off the sides of the cart, and they're all looking at me, jibber-jabbering in Swahili. And I'm kind of inching up, thinking sooner or later, oh, bearded asshole wants to get by. No. You think one of them would have told the kids to get off the cart and make room for me to get by? No. Just stand there jibber-jabbering back and forth. But it was amazing they understood my English. Because as soon as I yelled, "Holy fuck," they got right out of my way. Oh, God, I'll tell you what, I just, my blood pressure was cranking. As I walked by them, I was ducking for fear there'd be a spear in my back. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Oh. I just wanted to get checked out and get the hell out of that store. Because that's almost as bad as the woman with the $350,000 Maserati that was paying with food stamps. And me, when I went down to apply for them to see if I could get them, I earned $10 over the limit. I said, wait a minute. I don't get shit for Social Security. I'm $10 too high? One person? Yep, according to our chart. Jesus Christ. I would almost guarantee they probably were paying with food stamps too. I had to stop and look around. I was like, am I in the middle of the Masai Mara? Is there going to be like a water buffalo herd coming through here any minute? Jesus. Matter of fact, if a water buffalo herd would have come through, I wouldn't have had to yell. I had just had to crawl up on a shelf to avoid being trampled. I'll tell you what, grocery shopping is getting more and more interesting. I was about to ask, is your mud hut around here somewhere that you're looking lost in the middle of this aisle? You want me to direct you? You're in America. Speak English. I guarantee if I was to move to the Masai Mara, I would have to learn Swahili. Because I don't think in the middle of the Masai Mara they speak of the English. Although I think run is a universal term when you see a stampede. Run! Like I say, they looked like they just were transplanted from a mud hut into Save-A-Lot. And the kids hanging off the carts. You look like you're 5, 6, 7 years old. Do you have 2 legs? Can you walk? So, Jesus. Ron, if you can hear me, it's working. Just saying. If you hear my voice and see my crazy... It's working. I wish I could say the same for my tablet. Oh, God. I wanted to cry when it wouldn't turn on. I was like, please. There's another one I'll kick myself in the ass for because I've been saying, oh, I got to get the music off of that. Too late. No more music. Don't have an entry song. Don't have my evening song. Oh, God, I don't have my evening music. And you know, a tablet is electronic storage. It's not like I could take the hard drive out of it. Oh, man. It's dead. DED, dead. Won't do shit. Won't do shit. Let me try the other charging plug once. Sometimes that other charger line doesn't work. And this is that old style USB. All right, let's plug this one in. No, because when you plug it in, it shows the rate of charge. And it's not doing shit. Damn it. Oh, man. And you know, it wouldn't have taken me that long to transfer the shit out of here. Yeah, neither charging cable's doing anything. This is the one it usually charges with. No matter how I move it. Ah, shit. Then, on the way home from Save-A-Lot, get this. Remember I told you there was that green Jaguar that had been sitting in that driveway for like 7 years? Easy, 7 years. Easy. So I write a letter to the owner asking if it's for sale because I would like to buy it. Today, magically, it was out in the driveway, all 4 tires inflated, and it looked like he finally got it running. Now, is he going to call me and go, hey, I got it running. You want to buy it? It'll cost you 3 times what you offered me. Magically, this thing has been sitting next to the house, down on all 4, for at least 7 years. Today it was in the front, parked in the front of the driveway. As a matter of fact, it looked like he washed it. I'm like, all of a sudden, after 7 years, you decide to get this thing running? Unbelievable. But if I get a letter back, well, I put my phone number in. If I get a phone call, I'm not paying what he's going to ask. I know he probably wants 3 times what I offered him. I didn't want you to get it running. I wanted just to air up the tires and drag it out of there. Corvette gets crushed. Jaguar now running. There's one other car. Matter of fact, I'm going to stop and look at it tomorrow. Because this car has been sitting for 2 years in the driveway. I'm going to stop tomorrow and investigate. First of all, if it's an automatic, I don't want it. I'm hoping it's a manual. If it is, I will knock on the door and say, is that car for sale? Because I need another vehicle. I need something with a title. Not that I want to, well, yeah, I have to buy another car because the truck is getting sad. It really is. The 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 corner of the bed that was still attached is no longer. It was cattywampus on the truck because the front mount on the left side rotted through and the bed sunk because there's no floor. The bed is on put it this way, the quarter panels, the tailgate are on the truck with imagination because the two rear mounts rotted and dropped already. Well, today I go out and I had the front of the bed on the left corner propped up so that it was somewhat level. Well, the 2x4 came out. I lifted the corner to put the 2x4 back in, and the other corner dropped. So now the outer sheet metal is on the truck with imagination. One of these days I should just go out with a chop saw and just cut it off and just put a piece of plywood over the back end of the truck because I don't have a floor in the bed. It's just cross members. That's how sad this truck is. There's no floor. I got an old piece of plywood laying in the bed to cover it up because there's no floor. And at least the outer part of the bed was held on in one corner. Not anymore. I mean, I've been talking of making a flatbed out of it. Now's the time. But I'll tell you what, I haven't driven that thing since it got hit. I put a new battery in it. After I found that bad relay, it fires up every time. That's one reason I don't want to junk it. It fires up every single time. So I guess when the weather gets warm again, I'll just go out there with the angle grinder and some cutting blades and cut all that outer sheet metal off, get me a piece of marine ply, and mount it on the cross members, and I'll have a flatbed. I wish I could find a 97 Nissan with a blown engine, with a perfect truck, cab, and bed. Because I would pay Ryan to do a motor swap. Because that engine, you can hardly hear it idle. It's sad. The front fenders are flapping in the breeze. The bed is ready to fall off the truck. Every time I slam a door, another piece of the body falls off. But that truck just runs and runs and runs. Unbelievable. Oh, God. Me and vehicles. Because I got a junk the RAV4 one of these days, but I don't do that until I have a title for the Passat, because if I end up going to fucking November, at least I have something I can use to renew the tags. Yeah, Oodles, my neighbor 2 houses down bought a, God, what year did he tell me that Jag is? Oh, it's a beautiful, it's silver gray. I think he said it's an '05. Beautiful car. It wasn't running. He bought it cheap. He had it towed home. Because I was talking to him about a week and a half ago. And he went to jump start it. And he blew the fucking computer out of it. And he said the computer cost more than what he paid for the car. And it's sitting in his driveway, looking beautiful, won't run, blew the fucking computer out of it by trying to jumpstart it. I said, did you cross the... He said, no. I hooked the cables, positive, positive, negative, negative, and he turned the key, and the cable sparked, and nothing. Because he asked me if I wanted to buy it. I said, you got to be kidding me. You pay $1,000 for the car and it's $2,000 for a computer? I don't think so. I think that tells me to stay away from Jaguar XJs. But man, it's the premier edition. The interior is gorgeous. There's not a scratch on the car, but it don't run. I said, well, you got a nice driveway ornament. I've always wanted to own a Jag. But something's telling me to forget that idea real fast. I found 2 on Faceplant Market Space. The only problem is, both of them run and drive. One is a 2000, one is an '01. One's a sapphire blue, the other is a beautiful diamond red metallic. Both run and drive. Both have check engine lights. No. Let me back up. One is an '03 and one is an '05. Because if it was an '01 or in a 2000, it wouldn't need the inspection check. Now, as we know, a check engine light could be something simple like you need to replace the gas cap because you have a vacuum leak in your emission. Or it could be a blown motor, although they both run and drive. Because I talked to both guys. And the reason both of these cars are sitting is because they have check engine lights. But neither guy will tell me exactly what's wrong with the car. They both run and drive. Guy told me you can take it around the block. Both of them told me you can drive it around the block. I said, okay, you got check engine light. Did somebody plug a computer in? What's wrong? Well, we'll tell you when you get here. I don't want to hear we'll tell you when you get here. I want to hear before I get there. What are the codes? What is wrong? Because sometimes it could be something as simple as an oxygen sensor. Or it could be something as expensive as a clogged converter. Or bad injectors. Or, God, computers on these cars drive you crazy. And both of them are beautiful cars. And they're not, both of them are pretty close to me. And neither guy will let me plug in my scanner. I said, well, I'll just scan it and see what the codes are. No. You got to buy the car first. I don't think so. I was born. I wasn't born last night. And Jaguars have been expensive to fix since they first started importing them 70 years ago. Well, that's like my fucking Passat, With what I went through with it Friday, although that was a cheap fix. But like my neighbor across the street said, that Passat is like a stripper. It keeps working until you stop throwing $100 bills at it. And that's the way the Passat is. Soon as I think I've done repairing it, breakdown. Oh, I don't know if you heard last week, Oodles. My buddy's son has, I can't remember what model. It's the top of the line Beamer. It's a 2024, I don't know, M8, X8, but whatever. It's the top of the line. You can't get it more expensive. $870 for an oil change. $800 for an oil change. I said, what are they pouring in? Liquid gold? $800 for a goddamn oil and filter change. I had to take a look there for a minute. I thought maybe there was something swimming in my coffee, but no, it was an optical seclusion. God, I bitch because just to buy the oil and the filter for the Passat, it was like $40. If I could use regular, 10W30, it would have been like 22. But no, it takes that fancy synthetic shit. Then it only runs on 93 octane. When I went to fill up the other day, I said, I'm on pump number 2 there. I need 93. And he looked out and he went, you driving a Ferrari or what? I said, no, a 25-year-old Volkswagen Passat. But the manual says 93 or higher only. And a Volkswagen dealer told me, yeah, if you want to run the cheap gas in there, we'll be replacing injectors like every couple of months. I said, no, thank you. Yeah, a little 1.8 turbo. Family car. 4-door sedan family car. 93 octane. And goddamn 93 octane when I was $5.99 a gallon. That car will not get below 3/4. I was below half. No. As soon as it goes 3/4, that needle will be on full. I will immediately be going to the gas station. Family car. Little family car. Little 5-speed family car. Little 1 point, and now we're not talking a 6-liter twin turbo motor. Little 4-banger. A 4-banger with 20 valves. That's scary right there. 20 valves in a 4-cylinder engine. I'm like, where do they put them all? Piston holes aren't that big. 20 valves in a 1.8. Not a 6.8, a 1.8. That engine scares me. I still can't believe that thing redlines almost 7,000 RPM. Redline is like 6,800 RPM on that car. I don't go over 4. When that tach hits 4,000, back it down, buddy. I would be afraid to hear what that engine sounds like screaming at 7,000 RPM. I bet you that turbocharger would be singing. But I ain't about to try that motor over 4,000. I mean, it's only got 157,000 miles on it. Technically, the motor is just being broke in. No, thank you.
You failed, you big dummy.
Would be nice if I had more sound effects. I don't know why I only downloaded a few.
In your face, sucker!
All of a sudden now there's a shitload of them. What the hell happened? Goddamn volume kind of went wacky there too. Now it's too low. I wish I had my music. Oh man, that upsets the shit out of me. It ain't doing shit. See, I've never let it get as low. I wasn't paying attention last night. And it went into orange warning mode. And usually when it goes into orange warning mode, the battery is like at 20%. Which at that point, I immediately put it on a charge and it comes back to 100%. Last night, it was at 5. And I put it on the charge and it showed it was charging and now it's dead. It won't do anything. And I'm paying the price because I've got 200 pieces of music in there that I have lost because technically it's crashed now. And I only have myself to blame. Because I've been saying all along, oh, I got to transfer the music over to the other tablet. Yep. Don't have to worry about that anymore. $15 old. I really shouldn't cry. I have gotten excellent life out of that. Considering I only paid, well, it was one of these deals with AT&T. You got a free tablet for $5 additional a month for the internet service for it. Well, basically it was $60. I don't, free, yeah. All right, I got it for $60. I got 15 years out of it. Of Quit crying in your beer. But I got music in it. And I downloaded all that music when you could get all the free music. It wasn't Napster. What the hell was the goddamn website? Oh, I can't remember. It was a freebie. It wasn't Napster, because Napster was the first one to get busted. This was the second one to get busted. Any music you wanted, free download. Well, you can't get free music anymore. And if you can, I'd like to know where I could get it. Because I would like to get a few of them songs back, like my intro music and my outro music. I really don't need the rest of it. I just need them 2 songs. LimeWire? I never heard of them. You can get free music off of LimeWire? See, my kid knew all that shit. Matter of fact, he was the one and where you downloaded an app and you could hum or sing or whistle and it would tell you the name of the song. I didn't download the app. He was showing it to me on his phone. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his phone anymore. And he's not allowed back at the house anymore either. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a lot of research tomorrow. Because I got to find out where I can get those 2 songs. That's all I really want, is those 2, my intro and my outro. I shouldn't say I don't care about the rest of it, but I only want them, my 20th century intro music and my We'll Meet Again. And I didn't bother to put it on either one of these goddamn Fire tablets. Although Amazon don't let you download a lot of shit. As a matter of fact, to get the sound effects one, I had to trick the goddamn tablet. Oh, man. That really ruined my day. Come on. Goddamn tablet. Okay. If you say so. And of course, this is the old sound effects with no update. So of course, what I'm looking for is not here. And I don't think it'll let me update it because I had to trick the tablet to download this shit to begin with. See, Amazon and Google are like oil and water. Amazon, Jeff Bezos didn't like Google. So Google is not on a Fire tablet. You can't download the Play Store because it's Google. So what I did was I tricked the tablet to download the Play Store to get the sound effects. Then when I got the sound effects, the Play Store disappeared again, and I can't get it back because it's an Amazon Fire tablet, and Amazon don't like Google. You see, the icon for the Play Store is on the tablet. I just hit it, and it's blank. These things are worthless. I bought one, this one, the yellow one. It was on sale for like $39.99. And you got, when you bought it, you got 5 free book downloads. So I bought it and I downloaded like 3 books. But they're impossible to read. Now, if I was 20 years old and had 20-year-old eyes, yeah. Reading a book online is like trying to do a Chinese jigsaw puzzle. Well, this one, for some reason, stopped connecting to Wi-Fi. So I called Amazon customer service and I said, hey, I've had this one a year. It won't connect to Wi-Fi. So what they did, they put me on with tech support and we went through a bunch of shit and it wouldn't connect. So they said, we'll send you a replacement. The green one here. Free. I said, do you want me to send this one back? No. Okay, thank you. I get the green one, and the same day I get the green one, I said, let me try to connect a Wi-Fi again. And it connected. And it's connected right now. I don't know what the glitch was. So I have 2 of these Amazon 7 Fire tablets. They're worthless as shit. Really. I mean, all right, I paid $40. I got 2 for $40, really, when you come down to it. I got 2 tablets for $40. 2 worthless tablets. Because I've got 3 books in here. I gave up. because you can't enlarge the print. On the LG tablet, I could enlarge print. You can't do it on these. There's no adjustment to enlarge the print. I'm not going to read a book with a magnifying glass. So I quit using them. And they both need updates because they're running slow as hell. Let's see if this sound effect works. It worked. Ah, shit. I will try to figure something out with that tablet, but I think the battery cooked. I really do. Because I've plugged in 3 different charge cords, and the charging icon does not pop up at all. No. I thought maybe there's something screwy with the plug. I'm moving it all around. No. Like I say, I've never let the battery go that low. And evidently, although it shut off and it was showing charging, I don't know what happened overnight, but it shot craps. If it wasn't so old, I would take it up to the computer shop, but the guy will tell me, yeah, throw it away. Oh, man. Well, Jabba the Gut just walked in. So I guess it's feeding time. Unfortunately, we have no exit music. So I thank everyone for being here. And we will be back tomorrow night, maybe with music again, and maybe not. If I can find a way of downloading free music and I can download my 2 songs, we'll have music. Otherwise, it'll be a cold open like it was tonight and a cold close. Everyone, take care. Thanks for being here. And wish me luck. I gotta get my music. And with that, take care, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow night, same time, same station. See you, bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. We'll meet again. Oh, I can't sing. All right. See ya. Now my clicker won't work. Oh, God, come on. Okay, take 2.